I'm on my way to one of the next towns and buying some muffs. I just couldn't handle the cold weather this morning. My hands were burning for 10 minutes after I finished the ride. And someone's selling them on Marketplace. Oh, my cheek. Someone said on Marketplace, brand new, never used, £10. I'll have a bit of that. It's the only thing that's stopping me from going out for a ride more often, especially in the morning, because I'm awake so early. I'm always awake early. Here we go, come on. Oh, it was so painful this morning. Took my gloves off, and then I still had the silicone gloves. But I reckon it was the silicone gloves, although they're an extra barrier. I think they're really cold. And maybe they work better if you put them on the outside of your biker gloves. Oh, I'm excited to go and get them now. I really need them. All this traffic I could overtake if I was brave. But I'm not. This will be a good show to see if the fork seals are working. I've got a feeling that they've splattered out a little bit of oil. When I came back from this morning's ride, which was about an hour and a half's worth, there was a tiny little line, but it could have been dust from the dust cap when that gets thrown up. Could be. Now then, which way shall I go? Yes, I will do that. Yeah, there's like an industrial stretch. It was empty for many years, but now a couple of the ground floor buildings have been taken by, you know, like carpet storage and things like that, so we'll see. Do we get to go as well? No, we don't. Tesco's, I've not been there for a long time. I used to go every day. In fact, going every day to Tesco's was one of the reasons why I put so much weight on. Here we go. Right, bit of clutch control. I used to live up this way many years ago. In fact, from being 16 years old into my mid-20s. I do miss it, I suppose. The house itself was a beautiful house. The camera might not pick it up. The camera looks to be to one side a little bit. However, it is panoramic still, so maybe it will. In fact, my old house is just coming up now. There it is, you beauty. Accidentally bid me on. Just happens to be two women and I didn't mean that. Oh my god. Perv on a bike. Oh, it looks like I'm not going to be able to put my foot down. Twist the wrist. Oh yeah, there's even traffic lights, never mind. Still getting used to this riding. Very often I give it a little bit too much throttle. Come on, Johnny boy. Let's get some muffs. I love muff. I love muff. I'll even I love muff. I love muff. Who doesn't love muff? Yeah, I made a video clip this morning. It seemed like the microphone under my helmet picked up every bit of wind noise. It was full of it. Wind. Feel like my son's bottom. Well, I'm no different. Here we go. Second time I've done that. In all my years of driving, I only ever had speeding points once, and it was at the end of this road. I was coming from my right hand side, going to the left hand side. The policeman was on this road in a car that was before speeding cameras, and he was parked up at the traffic lights at the end, which are not there anymore. It's more of a roundabout traffic light, it's different. And he was parked up And as I entered the traffic lights, it turned to amber. But I was already at the line, or just a couple of meters before the line. But if I was to slow down, I would have stopped midway through the traffic lights. And he conned me because he followed me, pulled me up, and he said, "You were speeding." I said, "I wasn't." He said, "You went through the traffic lights as well." I said, then I explained myself, and I know that I explained it fine, but he wasn't happy, and he still did me for speeding. I had an SP30 on my licence, like 3 or 5 years, something like that. I was mortified. Come on, are you lost? Yeah, it was just here. I was just driving in the opposite direction. I was young, I got conned, there's nothing I can do about it. He had me. Just goes to show that the police have to have evidence. They didn't have cameras 20 years ago. They didn't have AMPI in the car. Your word against theirs. I wasn't even speeding. I mean, technically, if going through an amber light because you're at the line, or you believe that you're close enough to the line not to stop, then if that is against the law, then fair enough, I should have got done for that. But I wasn't speeding. Oh, that felt like second gear. Come on, muffs! So I've got some heated grips on this bike, and they're probably very old. And I've noticed that only one side works. My left hand side works. They get warm. I don't know about hot. I don't know. I've not got anything to compare it with. But the right hand throttle side doesn't seem to get warm at all. Anyway, I've tried googling it. Don't seem to be getting anywhere. But they're not Oxford. They're not Oxford, these ones. These are called grip heaters, or grip heater. So I took the display unit apart about an hour ago. Everything looks okay. There doesn't seem to be any corrosion, any white corrosion. The bracket that holds it onto the handlebar is stainless steel. Took it off, scraped all the rust off it, got it under the sink. Anyway, got all that looking nice, but it's still the same. It's interesting because when the bike's not on and it's only there's no key. Oh, that was nice. Ooh, it was purple. When there's no key, they switch on, which tells me that they're wired directly to the battery. When I look at the battery, the only thing that's actually plugged into the battery is the auxiliary power point, 12 volt for a cigarette lighter type thing. And I can't find the wiring after it goes under my front fairings. A little memory from when I was young. I should have got stopped by the police for this one. Just turning right here, there's a park, and it's got quite a view on it. It's got quite the, well, there's snow on the hills in the distance. There's quite a view on, from this park, but there's a very long straight road with semi-detached houses either side. And in my early driving days, I had a sledge in the back of the car, and my friend jumped in the driver's seat. He was driving. We tied the sledge to the tow bar, and he pulled me, and it was snow. It was probably quite icy as well. Oh, but the sledge was zigzagging all over the place. It didn't matter though, it was fun. I had to slow down at one point because he slowed down. The sledge didn't want to, and I stuck my feet out on the bumper. That stopped me. It was fun. Dangerous. Imagine getting wedged underneath the car. Ooh. Stay there with your little dog, or I'll rev bomb you with me 125. Rev bomb you. We're actually nearly there. Just got to find this shop. It's not this one. It's the next one over. Next set of traffic lights. Motor sound. What that is? Motor sound. Wonder if they sell car stereos. Is that not a bit out of fashion that these days? Oh no. I got my muffs. Well chuffed. He was on a Triumph motorbike 16 years ago. Nerve damage, lost the total use of his left arm, his clutch arm, so he's on a scooter now. A Vespa, GT300 I think he said. Had a lovely chat. When he said GT300 I mentioned that my old buddy committed suicide. He had one. Did some welding work on it actually many years ago. Well, I say many years ago, it was about 3-4 years ago. He passed away on his way to work, turned around, went back home, went to his kitchen, poured petrol over himself and set himself on fire. His son jumped out of the window, broke both of his legs. But my colleague, he had issues from being a teenager, you know, and he was way into his 50s. Yeah, he had issues and he came off his antidepressants and it just sent him crazy. He had this thing about, oh, what was it called? I'll think of his name in a moment. He had this thing with this hateful guy from the turn of the century where he was Alistair Crowler, I think he was called, and he was into satanic stuff. And my colleague, as a young man, believed that it was the real deal, and basically took over his life, I suppose. So way into his 50s, still always thinking about it. But do you know what a beautiful man. He's only little, dead stocky, you know, one of those little fellas that's got more muscles than soft Mick. He said he's part of the motorbike club that my old friend who passed away was a member of. And they're not just Vespa boys, but he was at the same funeral. But he's going to Riverton Barn tomorrow, weather permitted. And you know what? I'd think about it. The only problem is, I'm not sure, I can't remember now. Do I have breakdown cover? Because that'd be expensive, wouldn't it? It's probably not 50 miles, but I bet they'll charge £1 a mile, if not more. But if I keep in touch with him, see, you've got to understand, I'm at that age, but I don't have any mates anymore. Not like, you know, like you used to. We all grew up, we all had kids. We went to each other's weddings. But, you know, everyone got serious in their relationship. You don't want people interfering or knowing your business. Free range eggs. I only took £10 out. In fact, I've got 5 scratch cards. I bought some scratch cards last week and I've not even rubbed them off. I'm just terrible when it comes to anything like that. I'll buy that stuff and I don't do anything with it. I wonder if they would have accepted money, scratch cards for free range eggs. I've got about 30 eggs at home. Actually, I love eggs, and I'll have 5 eggs at the same time, all poached eggs. I scramble them and then put them in the pan of hot water. Oh, it's lovely. I love it like that. At a time, there's occasions where I'll have it 3 times a day. And it's not true what they say about bunging you up. It might be if you have boiled eggs, but not poached eggs. Yeah, I do like eggs, but I've kind of not had them for over a month. And it's definitely one of those things that I've kind of cut out of my keto diet. Or my variation of keto. So you're not supposed to have like 15 eggs a day, but it's that thing, that is the one thing that I've kind of cut out of my diet just the last couple of months, and I've not lost anything. You still have to eat. However, you're supposed to fast. Like if you have your tea at 5 or 6 o'clock at night, don't eat anything until the following day about 1 or 3 o'clock. No supper, no breakfast. Just let your body eat the fat. Because that's what it does, keto. You eat the fat. You eat the fat, your body eats the fat. Takes all the energy. I love it. I love it. All that fish. Go on, fella. Go on. Give me a big nod. Bond. Well, my hands are not cold. And it is cold. You know what? I just saw the policeman and I shat myself. I think that's the first copper I've seen while I've been out. I mean, like the first ever while I've been on a bike. Oh, I really wish I can get them heated gloves, heated grips. But I've got these muffs now, well chuffed. You know, just looking at that place there, Fiat car showroom. They sell a few other models as well as random. But I went there about 2 years ago to look at finance. They had £99 for a Fiat 500 and it was in the classification of uninsurable. Like, it exists and there's still a monthly payment, but it's not worth shit. But I was really looking into it, and he went off to get the keys, gave me a set of keys, and he said, have a look at that one. I got in and I thought, this looks a bit posh for £99 a month. He gave me the keys to a 1.3 Sports. Oh, I got so upset with him. Because, you know, he's dangling the carrot, isn't he? That's what he's doing, dangling the carrot. But I don't want to look at this much more. It turned out it was like £250 a month car, and I thought, you're just a wrong un. You've lost the sale just to sell something more expensive. And in my eyes, you don't lose a sale. Anyway, I walked away from him. Never do it again. It was on I think, is it called PCP? Not the drug that's in RoboCop. PCP. I'm going to do this road again. Might be a bit clear. I could go down the dual carriageway, but whoa! You're not going some, are you? In your nice BMW. Whoa, he's definitely gone through a red fucking light. Bang out of order. That was out of order. Sorry for swearing, but the video's not for children. I think we'll call that twisting the wrist. Oh, I can smell it. Yeah, I smelled that then. Is that normal? I don't know. Could be. Good job. I had to double check. It was green and he's just parked up there. Bet you were on your phone. Texting. Whoa, look at that wall. Is that a crash or what? Kaboom! Bet it is. Oh, I can't wait to try these muffs out. Cause my clothing, it's all warm. It's all warm clothing. It's just my hands. My hands can't take it, man. Green taxi. Wonder how the camera's doing. Oh, fucking testicles. Fucking testicles.